Hi there, Stephanie of Stephanie Stitches here. Welcome to my channel where together we sew. If you're brand new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you'll know when I post videos like this one or when I go live. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I love seeing you here and your comments down below. So today is Vlogmas Day 2. Yesterday was a great day. I thought all the things in the advents were amazing. I love them all, so I'm excited to see what we got today. I'm going to try to go a little faster today so I don't have a 30-minute long video every single day. I did ask you guys yesterday to share who influenced you as far as learning to quilt or sew or craft, any of the above. Thank you guys so much for sharing those stories. I loved reading them. I've still got a few more to read and respond to, but they're amazing. You all had some great stories. Some of you are very similar to me. A lot of you learned to sew through home ec, but a lot of you, just like me, from your grandmother or a mother or somebody in your life. A few of you learned to sew from friends. A few of you learned to sew from YouTube. A couple of you said that you learned to sew from me on YouTube, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. I did want to show you guys a couple things really quick. A few of you have spied a wall hanging that I keep on my wall. I've had it on my wall for as long as we've lived in this house, so about 4 years. I made it a couple years before that. I took a class on it, and I will never make one again. It wasn't hard, it was just fussy. And now that I've been sewing for many more years since I've made it, I probably could make another one, and they've come out with new patterns. So maybe in the future we'll see this, because they've got a pumpkin pattern, and y'all know how I like pumpkins. So I might do that. But before I get to that, I wanted to show you guys something. So I've talked about this before, that my grandmother was not a garment sewer, or she was a garment sewer, she was not a quilter. So she made us clothes when we were little girls. I have a sister, and she made us dresses, and she always matched them. One of us got pink, one of us got purple, one of us would get blue, and the other one would get pink. Yeah. So at the time, I didn't appreciate it because I was like, I never wanted to match my sister. Anyway, so I really don't have a lot of things from her. One thing I do have, which is put away, and I will need to find it, is obviously we're German, if you can't tell by looking at me. And she made me this really pretty little dirndl dress when I was little, and I still have that. I pulled it out when my daughter was little and put it on her one time and then put it away again. So I've got to find that. But this is the only quilt she ever made me, and it really wasn't a patchwork quilt, but it's a quilt in a sense. It's made out of flannel. It used to be really pretty baby pink. Now it's very dull because it's old. It's as old as I am. It was made before I was born. This was my baby coat when I was born. Some of the colors in the pictures are still pretty vibrant. The backing fabric and the border fabric has really lost its color, and I don't bring it out ever. I've never shown this to anybody here before. So, and she tied it with yarn. So this is the one quilt that I have from her. She's never made another quilt for me, or anybody else that I know of. She may have made some for my cousins that I just don't know about, but as far as I know. So this is my baby quilt for my grandmother. As you can see, the pictures have held up really, really, really well, considering this is from, I'm aging myself, the 70s. Yeah, as you can see, the backing, it's very thin. There's holes in it. There's not holes in the fabric, but like the edging, the binding is coming apart in a few spots, and I don't know how to fix it because it's so thin. So I just keep it folded up in my closet to try to preserve it as long as I can. Somehow, someday, I'm gonna have to see if I can get it maybe fixed. I don't want to attempt it because it's the fabric is very thin in a few spots. I can see the batting inside, and I don't want to ruin it because it's the last thing I have of my grandmother. So sorry, getting a little emotional there. Okay, so on to the wall hanging that you guys have been asking for. So I took a class years ago to make this twister quilt. It's a twister, and there's a special pattern and ruler and everything you have to buy for it. Do I have it anymore? No, because I didn't think I'd ever make another one. Like I said, it's not hard, but it's very fussy. The quilt shop that I made this with is no longer business. I've seen these though through my distributor that I work with, so I can get them. So I may actually reinvest in them and get a twister ruler and some of the patterns, because they've got some really cool patterns. Like I was saying, they have a pumpkin now. I believe there's a Christmas wreath twister pattern, which would be really pretty. So I'm gonna think about that this next year. This was, like I said, early on before I really got into sewing 100% of the time. So it was a little bit difficult for me at the time. I think it would be a lot easier now, but I just remember it being very fussy. When I signed up for the class, they asked you what your favorite colors were, and then they put the kit together, so I had no idea what it was going to look like. So anytime anybody asks me what my favorite colors are, I point them to this quilt, because you all know I love blues, but I also love like purples, lavenders, things like that too. So this quilt has all my favorite colors in it, and they picked the black background. Now, I really love the way this quilt looks with the black background. I don't think it would look right with gray or white or anything else. But I really hate sewing on black because it's, for me, it's really hard to see. I like a lot of light when I'm sewing, but even with all the lights that I have, I feel like I have a hard time seeing sometimes. I have an astigmatism, so my eyes don't see things clearly all the time. So anyhow, here's what it looks like closer up. Like I said, it's a twister quilt. And there's different size twister rulers. This was the mini twister, I think it was called mini, something like that. The mini twister. But I just love it, and these are my favorite colors. So the blues, the purples, the turquoise. I just love it. So I'm gonna put it back on my wall, not to be brought down again, because it was not very easy getting it off after it's been up there for 4 years. But I really, really love this, and this is one of those quilts that I won't ever give away, because I worked really hard on it, and I did it before I did a lot of quilting, so I'm impressed that I even finished it. So that's that. And now I'm going to go ahead and open my Advent packages, and I'm going to try to go through them a little bit quicker today, like I said, so the video doesn't get too long. But then I'll come back at the end and we'll talk about what we got and what our question of the day is. Okay, if you guys remember, I told you yesterday that my little guy, he ripped up my ginger quilter box a little bit, so I wasn't going to bring that box out every day. But today we got a sticker, and it says how I roll on it. Little rotary cutter. If I would have shown you today's in the box, you would have seen 10 other things. So, and then we also got this QR code to get 20% off an additional purchase at the Ginger Quilter shop. So I have the Cotton Cuts Advent. Here's my number 2 of the Batiks Advent. And I did misspeak yesterday. I said I thought it was 12 or 24. It's actually 24 or 31. I got the 24 pack of fabrics, so one for the first 24 days. You could get 31 all the way to the end of the month. I decided not to do that because I don't want to give myself too much work between Christmas and New Year's, because I do have a retreat in there too, so lots of things going on. And then today I just randomly pulled one of the packages since they're not numbered, and the one I have today says keeping it together for the notions. So let's get these open. That one first. Oh, this one feels good too. They have such a nice feel to their batiks. Oh, this is cute. Well, the fabric's beautiful, but there's a little card in here that says, take this card with you and share with a stranger to brighten their day. It says, make today so awesome that yesterday gets jealous. How cute. How cute is that? Very sweet. Okay, so this is the batik that I got today. Oh, this is pretty. It's kind of a gray mottled background with this green, sea green almost print on it. This is really pretty. I really like this. Okay, so that's 2 days in a row where the batik has been amazing. I'm liking these so far. I got the cottons last year inside the batiks, and I'm liking the batiks better so far. So, but that's all taste. So keep it together. Feels like some sort of bag or something. Ah, it is. A reusable shopping pocket shopper bag. Oh, very cool. And it like has its own little, it twists back inside itself, or maybe it's its own, yeah, it's its own little bag to hold it. How cute is that? This would be so, I'm not going to open it all right now because I'll have trouble getting it back in there. But this would be great to like throw in your car, in your center console, or even in your trunk or something. So when you go shopping, you have your bag all ready to go. Or you could fit this in your purse. It's so small. I mean, I am a mom. I carry a mom purse. So they could easily fit that in your purse. So when you're inside a shopping store or a store shopping, you have your bag all set and ready to go. That's awesome. I really like this. So I found package number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. Very cute wrapping paper. I love that. Okay, it looks like it's a lanyard. Oh, that's kind of neat. It's a lanyard that you can put your scissors on from Handy Quilter. That, hang on, let me grab a pair of scissors. They're meant for long arming. If you're a long armer like I am, you always need snips like right by you when you're long arming, because stray threads come off quilts and things like that. So you can attach this to whatever you're wearing and I wouldn't have these scissors because they open by themselves, but scissors that stay closed, attach this to yourself and, you know, have this handy while you're long arm quilting. Again, not these scissors, because apparently these scissors don't stay closed by themselves, which I've never noticed before because I keep them in my drawer. So that's pretty cool. I actually really love this. This is going to be very handy for me. So this is the advent from Sunny Path Fabrics in Minnesota. And again, I will link all these shops down below and my fellow Vlogmas both in down below in the comments, or in the description box, I'm sorry. Ooh, I love this. Okay. This is a pattern from the Modern Holiday Quilts collection by Then Came June. Ooh. It's called the Holly Jolly Quilt. I will be making this. Probably not for this Christmas, but definitely for next year. This is so cute. I love it. I love holly berries. They're one of my favorite things at Christmas time. So it finishes at 57.5 inches square. I think this looks vaguely familiar, so I think I've seen this quilt before, or maybe seen something similar, but I never went and got the pattern. I love it. Okay, so this is my favorite thing of the day. Well, I think today was a pretty great Advent day. What do you think? So thank you all for coming yesterday and answering the question of the day. I loved reading all your responses. I've got a few more to go because so many people responded, which is amazing. So today my question is, what is a tradition that you look forward to every year around this time of year, no matter what you celebrate? For example, in the fall, we always take our kids apple picking. We've got a local apple orchard that we love to go to, and in the late spring, early summer, we go to the strawberry farm and pick strawberries. This time of year, which we did last night, we like to take our kiddos over to the drive-through light show at the county fairgrounds. That's a really great place for us to go with our kids because we have so many. And because our second to youngest child is autistic, so unfortunately he can't be around a lot of crowds or loud noise. It really bothers him, and then we just have more meltdowns than fun. So this is a great thing for us to do, and the kids look forward to it every year. We did that last night and we had a great time. Drove through, saw all the lights. There were some dinosaurs this year, Santa pulling his sleigh with pterodactyls, so the little boys were super excited because they love dinosaurs. So I'd love to know what you guys do as a tradition every year like that you look forward to. I think that's all I've got for today, but I wanted to remind you to check out some of my friends who are doing Vlogmas. Adam Sows put up his first Vlogmas today. Hi, Adam. And it was great and it was fun. He had one Advent that he was opening that was different from anything that I've got, and so far so good. My friend Yvette is doing Vlogmas, and Sean, the guy who sews, is doing Vlogmas. So there's all kinds of fun other creators out there. And I also linked Stephen down below, Stephen Bland, Bland Designs of the Idiot Quilter. He's not doing Vlogmas, but I love his channel. He's got that sarcastic wit that I just love. And he's a friend, somebody I consider a friend, and he and I are going to be opening the Missouri Star Quilt Company Advent box. And we're not going to open it every day like I'm doing here on my channel. As a reminder, we're going to film about 8 days or so together, starting this Sunday, every Sunday up till Christmas. And so we're going to put the videos out on my channel and his channel, so you can check out either of our channels to see it. We decided to get together to kind of see each other's reaction and you know, at the things that we got. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So don't forget to check out all those people. I'm going to link all that below, and I will also link all the companies of the Advents that you see today. Most of them don't have Advents left. I do think that Missouri Star has a couple left. Ginger Quilter yesterday just said that she's got a few left. So if you're interested in any of these still, go ahead and go over there and check them out. But that's it. All right, guys. See you for Vlogmas Day 3. Thanks for coming by. Bye.